Hey, this is Larry Benet, and I wanted to share a few tips to really help your network marketing business. And for that matter, if you're just an entrepreneur in general, these tips will really make it a lot easier for you to network. It'll make it a lot easier for you to rejection-proof your recruiting. It will allow you to connect with the kind of individuals that you want. That'll make it easier to grow your business so you can make more money in less time and have more fun doing so. So I want to talk about just a couple of the big mistakes that I see people make in network marketing. And again, this really applies to entrepreneurs in general. And let me just state, if you're not familiar with me for whatever reason, my background, Forbes magazine considers me one of the top networking experts in the world. And over the years, I built an organization called SANG, the Speakers and Authors Networking Group. And I've had the good fortune of having the likes of Tony Robbins, to some of the greatest thought leaders of our generation, everyone from Jack Canfield from Chicken Soup for the Soul, to Les Brown, to Tony Hsieh of Zappos, to Peter Guber, owner of the Golden State Warriors. Perhaps one of the reasons I'm most proud is we've never actually paid to have any of these really high-profile speakers, even though some of them can command several $100,000 just to give a talk. And the main reason is, and most of them have actually paid us to attend, is the reason is there was always a lot of value created for them, for the people that were there. So let me talk to you about some of these principles as it relates to you. So the number one mistake that I see people make is they're in pitch mode like almost all the time. So if you have a great product, a great service, and a great opportunity, but you're still in pitch mode all the time, what I mean by that is if you speak to someone today and for whatever reason they're not interested, for whatever reason, could be timing, may not have the money, who knows what it is. But at the end of the day, if you're still in pitch mode and you speak to them again 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, 6 months later, and then you're bringing up the same opportunity, even though you have great products, great services, and great opportunity, there's been no value created. So the second biggest mistake that I see is not delivering value. And what do I mean by that? Well, do you have a mechanism, whether it's via online, via email, via social media, in person, however you're doing it, to deliver demonstrative value to someone, whether or not they buy your product or service or take advantage of your opportunity? I think you'll find some of the most successful people in your industry are also not only some of the most connected, but they are always a servant leader. They're always providing value. They're always making the most of their network. They're sharing of ideas. They're sharing their connections. They're sharing their network. So simple little things that you could do to add value. One of my friends was going through a divorce a while back, and all I said to him is, hey, can I introduce you to someone that runs a divorced dad's network? At the time, his wife was wanting 100% custody of the children, and I know he's a great dad, so that was something that would be of major league value to him at that moment in time. Here's another example of just simply how I delivered value to someone in my network. Someone was looking to have me as the keynote speaker of their entrepreneur conference, and I think there was 3,000 to 5,000 entrepreneurs, so it would have been a great opportunity for me. And the day of our call, she says, Larry, it's not a good time. She goes, my mom, we just found out she's got leukemia. And I said, Kathy, with your permission, can I introduce you to my friend Amanda Holmes? Amanda took care of her father, Chet Holmes, who had battled leukemia for a very long time, but they found a lot of innovative solutions. And all I did is I made an email introduction between the two, and Kathy said that was probably the most valuable call of the year for her, because at that moment in time, she didn't really care as much about the major event that she had to do. Her mom just got leukemia. So let me give you another simple example. I deal with a lot of authors and speakers. And so anytime I run across someone that's either writing a book or I know that has a book or they're trying to hit the bestsellers list, I send them a simple email. My friend Jeff Hazlett, who's part of my SANG network, who's been part of our $25,000 mastermind group, Jeff has written 3 best-selling books, and Jeff once sent me an email that said 12 and a half ways to help Jeff. And all I do is, to these authors, I send them this article, 12 and a half ways to help Jeff. And in it, it talks about, you could write a review on Amazon. It talks about what they could do for him on Twitter, what they could do for him on Facebook, what they could do for him on LinkedIn, what they could do in terms of sending out an email if they have a list to their newsletter. Simple little things. So all people have to now do is take out Jeff's name and Jeff's book and replace their name and Jeff's name with their information basically on social media, and it's basically plug and play. So this one simple article has really created an awful lot of value to others. Another thing that I like to do an awful lot, and my question to you is, are you and your people doing the same? Are you connecting your network? If not, you're missing out on a big opportunity. I was reading an article in the New York Times the other day, and it talked about the CEO of SAP, which is one of the largest software companies in the world. It just so happened Bill McDermott is someone that I used to work underneath when I used to work for a company called the Gartner Group. And in the same article, it mentioned the X Prize organization, which was founded by Peter Diamandis. So what I was going to do is just send a simple email to Peter and Bill, making it a simple email introduction to two very influential, powerful people. But the point is, who do you know in your network that you can connect that 1 + 1 can equal 11? Maybe it's introducing them to a successful real estate agent. Maybe it's a successful insurance agent, a mortgage professional. Maybe it's a health professional because they're going through some health issues. Maybe they're trying to lose weight and you can connect them to a fitness trainer in your area. I don't know. I'm just trying to give you some different examples. But again, big mistake, not adding value in between the times you're trying to interact, which brings me back to the third biggest mistake that I see people make, and that is not following up. So just because you talk to someone today, who knows what's going on in their world? My former business partner, Chet Holmes, wrote a great book, The Ultimate Sales Machine. And in it, he states research that on average, maybe only 3 to 4% of the population might be interested in your product and service at that moment in time. So if you're not following up on an ongoing basis and delivering value along the way, you're missing out on a large number of sales. I think research says it takes normally 7 interactions, 7 engagements with someone before someone or a corporation might buy something. So if you're not staying in touch, not following through, I mean, they always say, where's the money? Why do robbers rob banks? Because that's where all the money is. You got to follow up. And let me share one other big mistake that I see people make, and that is not inviting people to other events that have nothing to do with their own events. So what I mean by that is, can you become a PI? Can you become a professional inviter? So on any given week, I'm inviting people to webinars, to teleseminars. I live in Los Angeles, so there's all sorts of events. I go back and forth between LA and Vegas, and there's constant conferences, annual industry functions, regional events. Tony Robbins, for example, just had an event here locally, and I mentioned to a few people that I knew, hey, he's got this event called UPW. You may want to consider going to it. Years ago, one of my friends, Manny Goldman, reached out to me. Manny's quite the connector himself. Manny said, hey, Les Brown is having an event at the Learning Annex. Do you want to go? And I was very enthusiastic because I had not seen Les Brown in a long time. And it was because I went to that event, I was able to reconnect with Les, and then years later, Les ended up speaking at my SANE conference. So what events can you invite people to? Again, they may not have anything to do with your product, your service, your opportunity, or maybe it does. But just invite people to various functions. And again, anytime there's a charity event or philanthropic cause, I ask myself, who do I know that could benefit from going to this charitable event? Recently, I went to a charity event for Robert Shapiro, who's a famous attorney. He represented O.J. Simpson. He's the founder of LegalZoom. He lost his son, Brett Shapiro, from a drug overdose or alcohol overdose, and his charity is about drug and alcohol prevention. So I reached out to people like Jack Canfield. Jack's got a new book coming out about dealing with overcoming addiction. So I'm like, well, this would be a great opportunity, for someone like Jack and Robert to know each other. And I invited a friend of mine named Willie Galt, and Willie played in the NFL, won a Super Bowl, was an Olympic athlete. And I invited him because I thought he's a former pro athlete. Maybe he's, by speaking to children, that would be a great connection for Bob Shapiro. And again, the events don't have to even cost that much money. I invite people on hikes just as a way to get to know each other and connect. So simple little things really go a long way. So if you're interested in learning more, go take a look at the link below. I have a home study program where I teach you how to really rejection-proof your networking, how you can really make a whole lot more money in a lot less time, how to really make your follow-up a lot more fun, a lot easier, and really how to really build your network in 15 to 20 minutes a day doing some very simple things. The last thing I want to share with you is deposits of appreciation just as much as deposits of value. So if you reach out to 3 people a day and make a small deposit of appreciation, what could that mean? It could be taking a simple video just like this. Who do you know that's having a birthday? Who do you know that's having an anniversary? Who do you know that's having a graduation or some kind of special occasion that you could reach out to and call? On any given day, I use my smartphone and I record a short little video, and I sing people happy birthday. I wish them well on their special occasions, whatever those special occasions might be. And I literally tell them how much I appreciate them being in my life, or some small gesture that they may have done for me, or just something that I appreciate that they've done on my behalf. So again, 3 deposits a day of appreciation, 3 deposits a day of value. And in less than 15 minutes a day, you could build yourself a $1 million Rolodex. And if you got a $1 million Rolodex, you can get whatever you want in business and life a whole lot faster than you ever thought possible. So again, check the link below. Would love to have you involved in our Connection Mastery home study program. Comes with a complete money-back guarantee. I guarantee the content and the information that I'll share with you will be game-changing. They say I believe the most valuable skill in the world is your ability to connect, but more importantly, to add value to others in your network. When you build value for someone, you're going to find 3 things. You're going to have high trust. When you have high trust, you tend to have high influence. When you have high trust and high influence, people tend to say yes to your request. That might be yes to trying your product. That might be saying yes to watching a video. That might be saying yes to watching a webinar. It might mean saying yes to coming to a meeting. It might be saying yes to sampling your product or service. It might mean saying yes to joining your company. And you don't have to do it in any salesy or slimy way. It's just really having someone's best interest at heart and constantly being of service. So if this message resonates with you, and I hope it does, go ahead and click the link below, and I welcome you into the opportunity to learn more, to go deeper in this skill, and I look forward to sharing more game-changing ideas with you in the Connection Mastery program, and looking forward to helping you take your business to the next level. So this is Larry Benet. Until we connect again, may you connect and grow rich.